started there, Big Hoss?
Ho ho ho, mother effer.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Rude, but not rude at the same time. Um, what was better, your 2023 or your 2024?
Shit, I don't really remember 2023. My 2024 was not that great, so I will say 2023, even though I barely remember it.
I would say my 2023 was better than my 2024. My 2024 was a disaster. Like
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. Basement just flooded. Not to talk about basements. Like I see you, the gleam in your eyes as soon as we mention basements and how much you want to talk about your new basement. But like change jobs, basement flooded, kid had to go to hospital. Like 2024 for me was a rough year.
I mean, I had 5 months of it just washed away because I tore my calf from the bone. So, yeah. I
Do you do you feel like your life goes in patterns? Like will you have an unusually bad stretch and then a good stretch, or do you feel like something consistently comes up like every once in a while? Does that make sense what I'm asking?
Sure. No, I don't think I have like consistent stretches. I think life is everywhere all the time. Uh, yeah. I mean, I would actually say that I didn't have a good 22. Didn't really have a good 23. I didn't have a good 24. Pretty much every year since the first year of the pandemic, every year since then's been kind of just not very good.
I can't really remember a year that I would look back and say that was a good year for me. I mean, there's been good moments in the year, but I can't really think of a time that I would say that whole year was pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. Obviously, moments right are great, but for me to sit here and even go, man, like half of 2024 was pretty good. I can't even do that. I don't think.
Man, I don't think that yeah. I was going to say
Is
2018 was a good year for me. But then I
is
thought about it. It's like, oh no, it probably wasn't. God, I might have to go back to like high school.
isn't this supposed to be like an uplifting episode with Christmas and everything?
I think it's reality. I think that we are now in a position where we have to make the best of things.
Yeah, and if you're a parent, you have to find a way to make it the best for other people and put yourself aside, which is kind of difficult sometimes.
Yeah, man. Well, my grandpa always used to say, smoke 'em if you got 'em, and don't skin a fish by the teeth.
I don't know how that the skinning
I'm
the fish makes.
I'm trying to take your thing of just saying something
I
that my
know.
grandpa supposedly said and have it make no sense. What flavor would you get? Is that Starburst?
My kids got it. I don't even like it, but
Show it.
yes, it is. It is
What do you mean?
Starburst.
Like, cause I love one of them. Oh yeah, I like that one a lot. I love it.
It's yeah. It's okay. I don't know. It says zero sugar, which means it's loaded with things that probably are terrible for me.
I give me all the chemicals. I want all the chemicals. The more chemicals it has, the better at this point.
I
Oh,
mean,
that's what my grandpa actually used to say. If everything's okay, it means you're dead.
you do love diet soda, which
I do. I do. I do.
is
First of all,
not. Never really understood that about you, because you are not a you are not a diet soda drinker to me. You know what I mean?
I don't look
Like
like one. What do I
no,
look
like
like? What kind of liquid do I look like I drink?
Powerade and protein shakes.
Oh, so you think I'm ripped?
I mean, I have gotten some text from you while you're at the gym. So
I don't know. Do I look like a tea drinker? Do I look like a coffee or a tea drinker?
tea. You have too good a skin to be a coffee drinker.
Ah, yeah. Like I look more like a tea drinker. You look like a guy who drinks mug root beer.
That's actually not. That's not true. I
It's
don't
not
really
like an
drink pop.
insult, really. It's not an insult. It's just like that's a guy who likes root beer.
I have been told several times that I look like I'm the kind of guy that you can have a pint with, which isn't a compliment, but also is a compliment. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like if somebody said they have a pint with you rather than having a beer with you, that's somehow slightly classier.
And well, there's more obviously too, so it probably means I can drink a little.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Which, do you have a go-to? I know we're kind of jumping out of the way here. Do you have a go-to Christmas liquor or drink?
I want to have one. I want to have a drink that I get. I want to have like a drink that defines me, but I can't find it. So I just drink like, well, hey, give me your well whiskey neat. Maybe a rusty nail. Like I've been trying out a rusty nail, but I don't think
Rusty
it
nail.
suits me. Like I need a drink that I order. I don't have one. Do
I
you
think
have one?
you should try an old fashioned.
Why don't I feel like no, I don't think it's gonna happen for me. I don't think I can pull off an old fashioned because I don't want to pay for it. Like the idea of like, wait a minute, I can get something
Yeah.
that's kind of good. I'm not gonna pay extra for something that's a little bit better. That's why I'm
I mean,
just too cheap to do anything but well whiskey.
I came to the realization that like I don't like any Christmas themed drinks. I don't like mint. I don't like sweet drinks really. Like I just don't, eggnog, any of that kind of stuff. Just not my forte.
I like the first 3 to 4 sips of hot chocolate, but after that, I'm like, no, I don't want this anymore. It's not any good.
Hot chocolate's one of those. So I like cold coffee. I don't like hot coffee.
That's weird.
But like hot chocolate is one of those
Wait
things.
a minute. Do you mean like iced coffee, or do you mean like no? I just want hot coffee and wait for it to get cold. Also, can you get your heartburn in check? Like, god dang, dude, you gotta go to a doctor.
Listen, we just had the flu last week, and it's effing with us, man. It's causing me to go all kinds of whack. But I did lose 10 pounds the cheap way, so I'll take it.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that
Um,
means. What's the cheap way? Not
I
eating
just
because you're too
just
sick.
didn't eat for like 5 days.
That's the best way to do it.
Just shit my brains out.
Just looking, nothing, right? I remember how much weight I lost when I got food poisoning. I was looking good the next day or next couple of days. It's like, man,
All that convulsing you did like was giving you an ab workout, man.
right? Like I accomplished 2 things. I got the stomach workout and I lost weight. God,
Oh,
we sound like old ladies.
We
You
do.
want
We
to talk
definitely
about your
do.
hair? What hair product are you using now?
I actually need a haircut. I was supposed to get a haircut, and I was on my way to get a haircut, and I got sick, and that's when I realized I had the flu a week and a half ago.
What do you mean? You got sick on the way? What do you mean you got sick? Like you realized you got sick or you threw up?
Like I had to pull over to the side of the road because I just got really dizzy, like, and I was like, this isn't normal. So
God, you're not a healthy man.
it was the flu, man. It wasn't.
Right, but I'm just saying that if this was Vegas odds and somebody was like, "Hey, what do you want to put on the chances
yeah.
that John makes it to 50?" I'm betting the under. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
betting the over. Like you got to do something.
Oh yeah, I'm working on it. And the 2025 is going to be the year of me.
How many times have you said that?
Once.
Every year?
I was actually doing okay in 2024, and then I tore my calf. So I just got to get back into it. Just got to get back into it.
Okay, you brought up your torn calf twice in the episode, which automatically means it's time to move on.
All right, let's give some shout outs here. All right, Calvin Sonia, Natalia Haribert, Art Delaney. When I was looking at this, I like a good art, and I actually know a few arts, so that's a
I've
solid,
only
man.
known a couple of arts, but all of them have been solid dudes. I've been okay with all the arts that I've known in my life.
Barbara Margareta, Diamantis Casilla. I don't think that's a real first name, but that's pretty cool if it is.
I don't mind it. Would you rather be named Art or Diamantis?
Ooh.
Would you rather have a name that you get slightly made fun of or a name that's slightly unique? Like, would you rather have somebody make fun of you for your name or have a unique name that people are always like, what's that?
Oof.
Like,
I mean,
would you
probably-
rather be named Dick or Apple?
I mean, just because I'm a 12-year-old little boy, I mean, Dick. But, having a peculiar name probably is more interesting than having kind of a funny name, I think.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Would you rather have a peculiar name or a funny name?
Probably a peculiar name, I think.
How do you say it?
Peculiar?
Peculiar?
Shut up.
Just run
Isla
all them syllables together.
Isla
Peculiar.
Mitchell, Connor Lissa, Boone Oswald, Lanford Felicia, and Annika Phoebe. Congratulations. And Merry Christmas to all of you out there.
Happy holidays as well. Are
Yeah,
you a Merry
happy-
Chris- Are you a Merry Christmas or a Happy Holidays guy?
I probably should go Happy Holidays because I have made the mistake of saying Merry Christmas to people who are Jewish, even as recently as of 12 hours ago. And the person stopped me and was like, I don't celebrate, I'm Jewish. So I should probably just say Happy Holidays.
I don't go politically correct because I necessarily feel the need to be politically correct. I go politically correct because of like, I just don't want to deal with anything else. Like, to me, it's just easier to be like, okay, you want to go with the pronouns, you want to do I don't care. It's just easier. I just sort for the easier path and don't get that frustrated about it.
Like, we're not smart enough to know the difference in this, but like, what's the difference in Merry Christmas and Happy Christmas? It's the same thing, right? Just different cultures.
I don't understand why, like, I don't understand why somebody would be upset about Merry Christmas versus Happy Holidays. Like, what's the big deal? Like, I just don't, to me, so much of that stuff is just a waste of time. Like, whatever. You want to be called this? Whatever. I don't care. I just don't care enough.
I have decided that I think Christmas is the fastest holiday of them all. And it's kind of sad because it's probably the best holiday of them all, but it comes so fast and it's over. And then you go into winter for 3 months.
Okay, if you think that Christmas is the fastest holiday, which I would agree with, Christmas to me is the fastest holiday. What do you think is the slowest holiday? Like, there's the biggest lead up to it, and it seems to take the longest.
Man, that's a great question. I mean, probably one of the summer holidays, like Memorial Day, or in maybe Labor Day, because you're planning that all summer.
I would actually say Halloween to me is the slowest holiday. Like, it seems to take the longest to get there.
Yeah, I could see that too. It doesn't really make any sense to me that you have Halloween, and less than a month later you have Thanksgiving, and less than a month later you have Christmas, and then you have nothing until, Memorial Day, the kickoff to summer, or whatever you want to say that is.
You got St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo. But
Yeah.
they're not top tier. They're not A tier, S tier. They're probably like B or C tier holidays.
I mean, you have Sweetest Day, Valentine's Day, right? Like,
wait, was Sweetest Day different than Valentine's Day?
I think so.
Okay, well, let's not do. Yeah, to me, Halloween is the longest. Like, you're waiting on that forever.
Yeah, it's actually just kind of sad.
Not as a kid. Christmas took a really long time as a kid. You were waiting forever.
Well, as a parent, and if you're listening out there and you're a parent, it comes like a bullet, man. I mean, it is here, and if you're not prepared, you're fucked.
What's the latest you've ever bought a gift? Latest you've waited to buy a gift?
I mean, Christmas Eve. I mean, I remember, God love her, my mother, for whatever reason, when I was a child, we'd be out till the mall closed on Christmas Eve night, just to be there. Like, but as an adult, I mean, because of Amazon and stuff, it's pretty easy to have stuff wrapped up. I also have decided this. This is the episode of Christmas Revelations for John Shull. Is that I hate gift giving. I do not like gift giving.
Oh, I'd rather give a gift than receive it. I hate getting a gift in front of people.
I just don't really want to do any of it, to be honest with you. I feel like people just want gift cards, and you could satisfy people with just a gift card instead of trying to just get them a gift.
Oh, I'd much rather. But would you rather have a gift or would you rather have money? Oh, take a big swip.
I know, right? It's not even an advertisement. I mean, I'd rather have the money because then I can spend it on whatever. I can put it in a savings if I really wanted to. But I also think we're to the age to where, like, if I want something, I go get it. I buy it.
Yeah, you just buy it at this point. For me, anything that I want is usually something that I need. Like, the best gifts to me are the ones that, like, I wouldn't have bought that for myself.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Like a penis pump.
Double action or single handle?
Can you get double action? I had a friend who had a Nerf gun that I was 100% sure it was a penis pump,
That's.
but he said it was a Nerf gun. Oh, don't try to lean to the side to show off your album colors, fancy pants. Did you measure the difference?
I did, yes.
You measured the difference? You measured the distance between your album covers back there?
Yeah, so they were symmetrical.
Did you consider doing a good job? Because to me, I can already look at them and see that they're not symmetrical. Like, the one is higher than the other, and they're not evenly spaced apart.
Hey, look at. Now you can't tell anything.
Okay, are two of them just sitting on top of a desk? You didn't hang them?
No, they're hanging. They're just a little below the record player back there.
Oh my god! I bet you. Of course, you got a record player. You're such a snob.
I like records. It's unfortunately become kind of an addictive. I have an addictive personality.
Yeah,
and it's
I know.
a very expensive hobby.
Okay, I'd like to talk about your records, but I don't want to. So
That's
let's
fair.
just move on.
That's fair. All right. Christmas. Is it the most loneliest? Can it be the most lonely holiday of them all if you're lonely? Like if you're single and have no one to share with. Is this the one day where you truly feel alone?
Yeah, I've done Thanksgiving alone. I think I've done a Christmas alone. Maybe I've done a Christmas alone when I was younger. Does it count if you're working on Christmas? Because you and I both had jobs. You still, me not so much. But like, if you're working on Christmas, does it count as being alone? If you go to work and then go home, does that still count as being alone?
No, I don't think so. I think no. To me, alone is like you go to work and then you come home to nothing, or you just wake up and you don't have anyone at all to share anything with.
Oh, I've done that. I've been in that position. Like, I've gone to work and then come home to an empty apartment with, like, no girlfriend, no family. They were somewhere else. I've done that. I got a Subway sandwich, if I remember correctly.
My first year in Orlando, I did that. And somebody at the station, actually, her name shall remain, not out there for public consumption, threw me a Christmas. And it was a very nice gesture, so... Anyways.
Did you have sex with her?
Anyways. All right.
Did little Johnny get some action?
Oh, boy.
Bonerific? Did you show her your candy cane?
That's, are you done? Are you done?
Little elf? Santa bring out little elf?
So, when thinking of the Christmas holiday, and the Jewish side of things.
Oh, God. Why do you want to go here? There's no good thing coming from this.
There is.
Okay.
Because I was thinking, there's all these Christmas songs, right? Christmas holiday songs.
Yeah.
I think Adam Sandler has championed, like, the Jewish fun holiday song with the Hanukkah song.
Oh, yeah, that's the fun holiday song. I'll agree with that.
Like, I don't think he gets enough credit. That's like a theme song for, like, the Jewish religion for Hanukkah. Like, it should be like the theme. I wonder if it is the theme.
Oh, I don't
Hanukkah.
know. I don't really. I'm bailing out. You're walking down a road. I'm not traveling.
I don't know why. It's not even a controversial statement.
I don't know. I just feel like it is. Like, I don't want to accidentally offend somebody about something I don't know anything about.
It's fine. I was just trying to, if you're a Jesus loving person or whatever, and you have Mariah Carey as your ultimate Christmas song, I think I'd rather have Adam Sandler's Hanukkah be my song than Mariah Carey. That's all I'm saying.
You and I like a funnier theme song. I like a funnier theme song. Like, Christmas doesn't have a very funny theme song. I get what you're saying, right? Like,
that's all I'm saying.
Other places have funnier theme songs, or like a more kind of we should just move on. Let's just.
All right. Well, apparently this might be the last year of daylight savings time, according to the president-elect. So, I'm curious to know: do you care? Does it matter to you? Does daylight savings time matter at all?
I do care a little bit. Now, I think I have a unique perspective in this, in that I lived in Arizona, which was a state that did not adhere or observe or whatever word you're supposed to use daylight savings time, and I would say that that amounted to absolutely nothing. Like,
Okay.
but where I live in Seattle, I'm a little bit. I feel like I do like. Oh, I don't know if I don't know if I want that, because right now it gets dark really early, like dark
Yeah.
really early. And if the clocks didn't move back, it would be dark here at probably like 3:45. It would be dark here at 3:30.
Man. And if it's like a
No,
cloudy day, it's dreary all day, right? Like it's nothing.
yeah. No, wait. I may have that reversed. I can't do the math of that in my head, but it would be either it wouldn't get light until like 9:30, or it would be dark early. Cause right, okay, I can figure this out. No, I can't. But right now the sun, it's not light until 8, and it's dark at 4:30. So if you didn't take that back, it wouldn't be light until 9. It wouldn't be light until 9 o'clock. That would be a little crazy.
Yeah, sure would be. It's yeah, winter is such kind of a depressing season if you really think about it. It's
Oh
cold, there's no
yeah.
light. It's what we were
Yeah.
built for.
Right. I don't know how people ever, I don't understand how our ancient ancestors ever moved into cold environments. Like, how did we ever move into Finland? Or, like, you know where we should go? Iceland. Let's go there. Let's settle Alaska. Like, I
Let's
don't
say,
understand how we ever survived that. Like, if it's under 30 degrees, I'm freezing my ass off.
just I mean, I'm okay with it, but that's because I'm built for the north.
Oh God. Yeah.
You're
Okay.
much skinnier.
You're gonna say that you like Neanderthal John is gonna be out there surviving -40 in Minnesota. Like, you're gonna be like, you know what? We should stop and live here.
I mean, that is cutting it kind of close. I
Right.
don't know
Like,
about.
I don't know how we ever stayed in those areas. Like, why would we?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, why, right? I mean, what's the besides the food? The food's probably pretty good.
Yeah, I don't understand how somebody in ancient civilization was like, all right, let's. This is good. Let's be here. What
All
about the
right.
winter?
Let's see. Oh, the last thing I have here is I don't know if you saw this video out of Orlando, but it's drone related. And
Oh, okay.
apparently, at a holiday drone spectacle in Orlando, some of the drones went haywire and caused them to go into the crowd. One smacking a 7-year-old boy, causing him to have like pretty serious surgery. And
Poor little boy.
anyways, this just kind of goes with there's video of it too, which is pretty insane. But all this drone stuff, man, I don't know. It's kind of scary. It's
We may have
kind of
gone a
wild.
little too far with the drones, right? Like, either we don't quite have a handle on the technology, like we're putting stuff out there that maybe isn't ready for prime time, or we
Yeah,
don't have our best and brightest operating the drones. Like, we need to cut back somewhere, either in the personnel or the technology. Like, something's got to be done. Also, why does everything funny come out of Florida? Like, as soon as somebody says, I saw this thing out of Florida, you immediately think it's going to be ridiculous.
yeah. I don't. I mean, Florida man is real for a reason. That's all I'll say.
Okay. All right. Are you ready for our top 5? You got anything else?
No, man. Let's move. I'm curious. I mean, curious to see what's on your list here.
There's a lot. Our top 5 is top 5 Christmas characters. Just overall Christmas characters. Who's your number 5?
So my number 5, I'm going to start with probably the least popular of my list, but that's the Grinch.
Oh, I think Grinch should be. I understand having Grinch there, but I think that Grinch should really be higher up on the list. I'm basing my thing about, like, if I say their name, you know who they are, and who do most people know who they are, and I think
That's
that
fair.
a lot of people know the Grinch.
I agree. I think there's 5 solid ones that by name recognition alone are that's why they're on the list.
My number 5 is Clark Griswold. I
All right.
think Clark Griswold, especially amongst a certain demographic, our demographic, everybody knows who Clark Griswold is.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, and you not only know him, but you know cousin Eddie too.
And you identify with Clark Griswold because as you get older as a man, you start to become more and more like Clark Griswold. It
Except,
resonates. That's why I would put Clark Griswold on my list at number 5, because he resonates with people more than any other Christmas character. Like, okay, I don't resonate with, like, Santa doesn't mean anything to me. I have nothing in common with Santa, but I have things in common with Clark Griswold.
except when you truly think about it, that movie is a little far reaching, but you know, I mean, what did he have? Like 2 weeks to prepare Christmas?
Yeah, now you got like an hour.
Yeah, now you have
You can't
like,
get
yeah,
no time
exactly.
off. Go to work. Okay, what's number 4?
My number 4 is Mrs. Claus.
Oh, I don't even have Mrs. Claus on the list.
I,
Mrs. Claus to me isn't ranking in the top 10. Might not even be. No, she's in the top 20, but she's not in the top 10 to me.
I mean, it's the ultimate tag team. You got to put them on here. You got to put her on somewhere.
Oh, I disagree. I don't think Mrs. Claus. I forget about Mrs. Claus. I forget
Think.
about Mrs. Claus.
Without Mrs. Claus, there is no Mr. Claus. So
I mean, you're right. I agree that she's an important piece, but I just don't think that like she's in the top 10 of Christmas characters. My number 4 is making a big run. My number 4 is making a big run, and I think it's controversial, but I think that they're making a big run up the charts. Krampus.
ooh,
I know. I agree. I agree.
yeah, that's a tough sell, man. That's a tough sell.
I put Krampus over Mrs. Claus. I think a lot of people identify with Krampus. There's movies about it now. There's no movies about Mrs. Claus. Maybe.
I mean,
I don't know.
she's in all kinds of movies.
It's
She's
not
you know
about her.
it's not about her, but once again, without her, there is no him.
I agree. I'm just saying. I think Mrs. Claus Krampus is making a run at it.
All right, my number 3 is Ebenezer Scrooge.
Okay. Okay. I can. I have that a little bit higher on the list, but I can see that. 3 to me seems pretty appropriate because, like, if you talk about the joy of the season, everybody does know Santa and everybody does know either the Grinch or Scrooge.
Yeah, for sure.
My number 3 is Rudolph. I think Rudolph has fallen off a little bit. I would have put Rudolph at number 2 maybe 5-10 years ago, but I think Rudolph has fallen off.
He's my number 2 as Rudolph.
Yeah, I think he's fallen off. And I think as Rudolph has fallen off, I think the Grinch has made a big run. So I actually have Grinch and Scrooge at both at number 2.
Okay, I mean that's fair to combine them. That's fair. I don't know if I mean I didn't do that, but that's okay. All right.
I think they're a little bit. I would put Grinch above Scrooge, but I think they're a little bit synonymous with each other.
So our number 1 obviously is the same.
Frosty.
No, Santa Claus.
Yeah, dude. Of course it's Santa. That was
Has
like
to be
there's
Santa.
there's nothing even. There's nothing that even compares. Santa blows everybody else out of the water.
Yeah, not even. I mean that's. It's truly incredible what the world has made this thing. It's incredible if you really think about it.
Do you think if you were to go with the top 5 most recognizable names, is Santa number 1? Is Santa the most universally recognized entity? Even above, dare I say, like Jesus. Do you think more people worldwide know Santa than they do Jesus?
No. No, I think it's a good question, but no, I think Jesus ultimately, because Jesus affects every religion, or like their involvement at some point in every religion.
Yeah.
Whether
not
whether he's a part of it or
enough.
not. Yeah, whether he's a part of it or not. Santa, I mean that's tough. I'm gonna say no, but it's a good question. It's a good thoughtful question.
Yeah, I think that's ultimately the question. Is Santa more famous than Jesus? I think you could make an argument that he is.
I mean, you can make an argument. I don't think it's gonna hold though. But
I'm not saying influential. I'm just saying that more people around the world know the name of Santa than they do of Jesus. Because like somebody who's a Buddhist or Hindu or Confucius or other parts of I think you can make a little bit of an argument.
All right, what's on your honorable mention?
Frosty is on my honorable mention. I would put Frosty in the top 10. That's pretty much all the other. There's so many more. Does Mariah Carey count as a Christmas character?
I mean, not really. She's an actual person.
Yeah. Who's in your honorable mention?
Let's see. So I put down Buddy the Elf.
Okay, I can understand that. He's the most famous elf.
John McClane. Die Hard. Kevin from Home Alone, but I really just wrote down Home Alone because like people don't know Kevin's name; they just know Home Alone.
Yeah. Okay. I would agree with Kevin. That's way up there.
Frosty, and then I also put, and I don't think they're that well known, but I'm a fan, and that's Cousin Eddie from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Cousin Eddie is not. I don't think in the top 20.
Probably not. No, he isn't.
That's all I got.
Well, I hope you have a great Christmas, everybody out there.
Thanks for watching. I'm gonna actually stop it the correct way this time.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh wait, how do you end it? Oh, there you go.
Every single time.
It takes a while, man. I got these fat fingers.